Hey everyone, it's Pixelade here and welcome back to another Sims 4 discussion video. I know I can't speak for everybody, but improved babies has been a topic on my mind for several years now. The baby or infant life stage that was introduced to us when The Sims 4 was released is incomplete and offers the player virtually nothing. Babies are that, just objects, and we need some sort of update that gives us more options with them. I've made a million videos on improved babies, but this one is going to be a little different than the rest. This video is going to be a letter to EA and the Sims team. If you are watching, this is for you, of course. On June 30th at 11:29 a.m., I took to Twitter to tweet The Sims 4 improved baby update. What would you want to see? Making a video showcasing your wishes. If this ever comes, and I can totally see it coming in the future, it needs to be done right, especially since it's something that we've been asking for several years now and should have had in the game several years ago. The first reply that I'm going to be talking about comes from Luddy Simmer. Thank you for creating a baby concept and of course sending it to me. I really appreciate it. But they tweet, I made this concept art so you know what I want though. Even I don't know about the babies. In this concept art, I want to remind you again that this is just concept art. He shows what could be a brand new life stage in Create a Sim, and it would be the baby. One thing we could see are baby carriers, customizable ones at that, of course, with different straps, styles, and variations. Babies in Create a Sim, cast items, and UI menu. Yes, being able to change the baby's outfits, just like we can change outfits for every other life stage. I could see them kind of working similar to toddlers. Now it is 100% confirmed that we are getting new baby onesies with the upcoming stuff pack, The Sims 4 Nifty Knitting, but it has me kind of confused. Why are we randomly getting onesies for babies in a pack about knitting? Are we going to be able to knit them? Normally when we get something like this for a pack, it's because the patch beforehand is going to introduce new features, but that has also been confirmed to not happen as well, as the Sim Gurus did confirm there is no baby update coming before Nifty Knitting. I guess so many people were asking about it that they just had to say something. Also, another thing that would be nice, a diaper changing station. We had one of these in The Sims 2, and we had one of these in The Sims 3 with store sets, and I love them. They are fantastic. Yes, you could even change the babies in those games, not just the toddlers. He posts a second tweet, I love costumes for all ages, and these adorable costumes won't hurt babies. You see what I mean? The possibilities are endless. If we're gonna be getting onesies with Nifty Knitting, why can't we just have an update where we can do this with several other different outfits or costumes? It'd be so cute to see your Sims dress up for Halloween in their costumes, and you're able to do the same thing with your babies. Like, the possibilities are literally endless. The babies don't have to sit in the bassinets and literally do nothing and have no purpose anymore. They could have so much more purpose, and it would be a life stage that I would be so excited to play and explore, instead of just like, oh, all right, it's a baby, let me age them up to a toddler because this does nothing and this accomplishes nothing. I don't want to have to think like that anymore, because that's the reason why I skip babies and I skip this life stage, is because I just want to age them up because there's nothing for them. Same thing goes with elders. If we had more for elders, I wouldn't want to not play them, you know? The little pumpkin, the dinosaur, the astronaut, Father Winter, the little teddy bear. So cute, guys. Just imagine the pictures and the screenshots we would get with this too. It will be so cute. Coming up next are a series of tweets and bullet points from Simmer Aaron. Thank you, Simmer Aaron, for contributing to this. I really appreciate it, and I also really enjoy watching your videos. She tweets, above all, more family interactions. The ability to really bond with the baby, and even interactions for every age with the baby. Babysitting, rocking back and forth, birthday wishes, etc. I'd also love to see genetics characteristics and how the baby is cared for impacting how they are as toddlers. Exactly. A system similar to this has already been implemented into the game with parenthood and the character values. It does change how your Sims grow up and who they become as adults. It would be cool to have something similar to this as a baby. And then of course, how they were as an infant and as a toddler will influence the future life stages. I could totally see a progression system that is cohesive and that is something different and unique from the other Sims games, because we never had character values in The Sims 3. So it's one thing I really like about Sims 4 is they really gave us the best toddlers that we've ever had in the Sims series, period. That's just my opinion though. How cool would it be to incorporate developmental phases? Prob resources could be better used, and this is not possible, but still think it could be interesting to look at. And with this tweet, she uploads 3 images discussing how she could see babies improved in The Sims 4. During this first development stage, babies' bodies and brains are learning to live in the outside world. Between birth and 3 months, your baby may start to smile. Early on, it will be just to herself, but within 3 months, she'll be smiling in response to your smiles and trying to get you to smile back at her. Oh, that's so cute. Raise her head and chest when on her tummy. Track objects with her eyes and gradually decrease eye crossing. Open and shut her hands and bring hands to her mouth. Grip objects in her hands. Take swipes at or reach for dangling objects, though she usually won't be able to get them. This is what I'm talking about. A detailed system of how they develop. It's a process and it's real. It happens in real life. Our babies literally do nothing. This would be so freaking cool. From 4 to 6 months old, your baby will probably roll over from front to back or back to front. Front to back usually comes first. Babble. Making sounds that can sound like real language. Laugh. Reach out for and grab objects. Watch out for your hair. And manipulate toys and other objects with her hands. Sit up with support and have great head control. During this time period, your baby may start to crawl. This can include scooting, propelling around on his or her bottom, or army crawling, dragging himself on his tummy by arms and legs, as well as standard crawling on hands and knees. Some babies never crawl, moving directly to and from, scooting to walking. That's so cute, and that is true. That is very true. Sit without support. Respond to familiar words like his name. He may also respond to no by briefly stopping and looking at you, and may start babbling mama and dada. Clap and play games such as patty cake and peekaboo. Learn to pull up to a standing position. These are just a few of the many things that we could see in a baby update, and stuff that I know many of us would want to see. The realism just makes it so much better. So I have gathered a lot of responses, I would say between 25 and 30, but for the sake of this video not being super duper long, I'm going to fly through them and read them all for you really quickly. Of course, I'm not going to say my thoughts after every single one because you guys already know my thoughts. I am going to want every single one of these features in the game. And I will say some features do overlap. You are going to hear the same things 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 times, and that's because, well, that's something that we really want to see if everyone's bringing it up. But I did try to pick some very unique comments suggesting unique features that we don't always think about right away. At the very least, if we don't get improved babies, I'd like more bassinet options. I'm bored of the ones we have in game. I just want to have more options when decorating nurseries, honestly. But if I could choose, I'd like babies to be the way they are in The Sims Free Play. You can take them out of their crib, bathe them, feed them in a high chair, put them in a bouncy chair, and they could even crawl on the ground and be cuddled on the couch. Bouncers, changing tables, strollers, you know, things real babies use on the regular. Being able to choose the baby's outfits, make them look less like toys. Definitely would want to put babies in a little playpen, and maybe children and toddlers could also use the playpen. Adults and teens could watch the playpen. I feel like a playpen would do a lot, and it would. I want to take my babies places, like, so they're not just stuck in the house. How is it realistic? Especially when you leave and they just disappear. Literally anything Little Miss Sam does for her mods regarding pregnancy, because those are amazing. Taking the baby out of the crib, strollers, kids being able to pick them up with adults around, going places with babies, a playable daycare, baby mats, Washing the baby in the sink or tub, oh, I'd love to see the sink. That would be nice. Giving them tummy time and sometimes dealing with spit ups after feeding. I would like some kind of progression. Baby lifespan is 6 days, so they should be able to do more and more things. Sit up, be taken for a stroll, held by children, and maybe gain awareness as they grow up until they are tots. This kind of tying in to Simmer Aaron's tweets. I want children to have the ability to help quiet a screaming baby. That is all. I'm not regretting the 100 baby challenge. You are. The aesthetic of the baby. That sounds weird, but kind of how when CC poses have toddlers sized down to look like newborns. I feel like that would be really cool. Also for them to not be bassinet bound. I would love to see them be able to be carried around the house. Baby shower event. Nurturing baby on the sofa, this is more to pregnancy, being able to do an echo or checkups at hospital. If we ever get cars, car seats, maybe as skills the baby could have them focused on learning to crawl, maybe even only as a notification. They should not all look the same. Clothes for them and some skills, not being able to control them a lot until some skills are learned. But I want them not to be like pets. You should be able to have them be active like Sims, but maybe some things can be locked until they are learned. It's the parents that learn them stuff. Maybe they could have phases like only the Sim can carry me phase. They could have a eat skill and cross skill, and baby swim should be possible. And many of the objects for babies we have had in previous games. Maybe they need to learn to recognize Sims before they can unlock the relationship panel, and have to learn to recognize their own needs to be able to unlock the needs panel. They could have different baby traits too, and parents should be able to sing lullabies to their baby. I would love to see that. I would like to see the option of walking around with them and handling them off to other Sims to hold. I would also like to see some type of activity floor mat so you can play with the baby like having tummy time. Maybe even an extra writing option to write a scrapbook for them. Oh, that would be so cute. Yes, for the scrapbook. I have so many scrapbooks from when I was a baby myself, and I look back at the pictures. So cute, though I don't think I was actually cute as a baby. Create a Sim for babies. Be able to have multiple Sims interact with them at once. For example, have both parents coo at them, sing to them together. Children hold them with their parents. Also be able to multitask while holding the baby, maybe even a sling. FYI, more bassinet options are essential, exactly. All of these comments with the playpens and the different bassinet colors and the crawling, yes, but most of all, I want it to be free. I don't want a baby stuff pack. I want all the baby stuff given to us, as it should be. I don't want to pay $10 for recolors. The ability to cheat their needs, not crying 80% of the time. I also loved the imaginary friend doll as a birth gift, or just gifts in general from family and friends. It could just be little toys or something simple, but it would be fun. When the Sims are pregnant, it'd be cool to see them go buy diapers, bottles, stuff like that. Maternity books, changing tables, more crib options. Sit down to feed, lie down to feed. Have the gurus ever tried to breastfeed a baby standing up? In a word, don't. Pram and baby slings for walking, jogger pram for jogging, rock the baby to sleep and just sit there for a few hours with the sleeping baby in your arms. Yes, please. Babies have different facial features depending on their parents. Just minor details. Also, no more bald babies. A lot of babies come out with a good amount of hair. I would like for them to be treated as tiny humans instead of objects. Also, it'd be great to have changing tables, cribs, bassinets that they can be placed in. Example, one in the living room, one in the nursery, and strollers. Oh, and for those saying blah blah, I hate babies and toddlers, who cares? It won't mess with your gameplay. Just age them up like you do already. Let us have this. And that's why I wanted to include this series of tweets, because I agree. For those of you that don't want this, it doesn't affect you if it's in the game. You can just age them up. But for those of us that do want this, then it could be available to us. Pregnancy cravings, baby showers, ability to rock in rocking chair with baby, bathe in sink, go for walks in a baby beyond, changing tables. As they move out of newborn stage, teach to roll over, and crawl ability to have grandparents to come over and watch baby to give parents a rest. I would want the ability to read to the baby or turn on music for the baby to fall asleep to. Something like if loud music was suddenly put on in the same room, it would wake the baby. But if they fall asleep to quiet music, then they might sleep longer. I don't know. I think that's a great suggestion. Last but not least, this was after I finished collecting tweets. but I saw this and this is too good not to include, so I wanted to include this lastly. A baby monitor that actually lets you put the baby in the nursery and alerts your sim in another room that the baby is crying would be great. Then the sim could autonomously go take care of the baby. I'd also like to be able to schedule nannies or move them in like butlers. Yes, we can have nannies, but they aren't scheduled. It would be cool to have them come over regularly to help take care of the baby. We had baby monitors in The Sims 3. I believe it came with one of the store sets. Absolutely loved them. So that's it as far as my tweets. There were 35 of them. My bad, a little more than I thought. But I wanted to give you guys just a little insight as to what the players are wanting with a baby update. Of course, this conversation does not end here, and I do not want it to end here. So please use the comment section below this video to sound off on what you would want to see with a baby update. Keep in mind that this video is going to be directed to EA and towards the Sims team, so make sure that you guys are being honest with your thoughts and wishes and be as creative and unique as possible for what you would want to see if this were a real thing in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that one day we can see a baby update, but of course until then, do not get your hopes up. It is just a pipe dream of ours, but I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video, found it entertaining and informative, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and add it to your favorites playlist right here on YouTube. Subscribe to become a supporter today and ding the bell next to it to receive notifications for any type of future upload on the channel so that you can be a part of the notification squad. You can follow me on social media that includes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitch, and more. Also links to my Amazon wishlist, merch store, and contact info are all down in the description box below at my Shorby link. I love you guys, and I will see you all next time. Happy simming.